Let's go and talk about the wild card picture here just for a minute, because the Diamondbacks looked like they were out of it. They weren't going to make any noise or contend anywhere at all this year. Well, here they are, tied with the Padres, the top of the NL wild card. They're 4 games up on the Atlanta Braves, who hold that third spot. They're holding the line. Hold the line. Um, and I don't. It's crazy because not only are these teams 4 games up in the wild card, they're only 3.5 back from the Dodgers, who continue to lose pitching. Got Mookie Betts back tonight. That's a big deal. In fact, the Dodgers are playing. They're playing the Blue Jays right now, and as far as I know, for the Blue Jays, it's not really going well. Oh no, sorry, the Angels are playing the Blue Jays. Who are the Dodgers playing? Let's see. Oh, they're playing the Brewers. 5-2 Dodgers right now. Um, so that series could go either way, but still, the fact that the Diamondbacks and the Padres are only 3.5 back of the Dodgers it's crazy because we expected the Dodgers to run away with this thing with the team that they had, but injuries on injuries on injuries have just been brutal for them, and the Diamondbacks and Padres are not going to go away. These teams are playing right where they want to be right now, and I think they can continue to go the rest of the way. Because one of the things we said about the Diamondbacks going into this was they did what they needed to do to get better. They didn't take any steps back during the offseason. They're like, we got to the World Series. Let's get back. Let's be better. Let's win it this time. So they made the steps they needed to. Jordan Montgomery did not go well. Eduardo Rodriguez finally has come back from injury. He was injured during spring training and just came back last week. Corbin Carroll was atrocious for most of this year. Terrible sophomore slump, but he's certainly come out of it and is playing really well since the All-Star break. So things are really clicking in Arizona. Things are certainly clicking in San Diego. Who knew that Luis Ariz was the missing piece, right? I certainly didn't. And so things are going really well in San Diego. The Braves somehow are managing to hold on. It's almost based on the fact that the Mets just seem like they don't want. I don't want to say they don't want it. They just can't get over the hump. They can't win games, right? Getting swept in Seattle certainly doesn't help. That certainly helped the Braves, helped their cause. The Braves are 3-7 in their last 10. So the injuries have piled up. They're taking hold of that team, and I don't know if they're going to be able to hold that line for much longer. The Giants are a game and a half back. The Cards are 2 games back. The Pirates fell off this weekend, but the Reds are right there 4 games back too. They've got a lot of ground, a lot of teams that they have to go through, right? Like that's the thing that's crazy. You look at the Reds, they're 4 games back, but they have to jump 4 teams, technically 5, because they're gonna have to get over the Braves, right? To get into that third wild card spot. So that's a lot of teams that stuff has to go wrong for while things go right for the Reds. So I don't think that the Reds are gonna make it. The Pirates are 1-9 in their last 10. That's not a way to make it into the playoffs. 5 games back because now they've got to jump all those teams plus the Reds. So I think that when it comes down to it, the wild card race is really just going to be like the Cards are really the bottom line. You got the Cards, the Giants, and the Mets on the outside looking in right now to the Braves, Padres, and Diamondbacks. And I don't know. I feel like I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. It'll be really interesting to watch how things unfold this last month and a half of the season is all we've got left. So it is winding down. Let's look at the American League wild card. So right now, as of this moment, Monday night, the Orioles and Yankees have identical records, 70 and 49. Okay. So the whatever team ends up finishing second in that division is going to be your top wild card team. And then you've got the Twins, who are half a game up on the Royals. The Royals are holding that line. The baseline is 0. And then you've got the Mariners are 2.5 back of the Royals. Not bad considering it was kind of like for a long time up until I think even the other day, I was like, the Mariners are not making the playoffs if they don't win the division. And really the race for the Mariners is the division. They are 1/2 a game back of the Astros. Yeah, and the Astros are in action right now. I think they just ended. So technically that puts the Mariners back a full game. Yeah, they ended just a little bit ago. So that puts the Mariners back a full game of the Astros. The Astros are 64 and 55. The Mariners are 63 and 56. But they're in that wild card hunt once again, 2.5 games back. So got that going for them, which is nice. Behind the Mariners, you got the Red Sox 3 games back, and then the Rays 6 games back. I feel like the line again, it's the Red Sox. It's just the Red Sox and Mariners competing really with the Royals and Twins, right? And whoever finishes second in the American League West, they're going to have to try to jump up that line because at this point, right now, the Astros are a game and a half back of where the Royals are. So they're on the outside looking in too if they were to get passed by the Mariners in the next few days. So you've got 3 teams on the outside looking in, trying to get their spot. The Mariners, Astros, and Red Sox. The Mariners and Astros are really looking for a division title. So what's going on there? Other than that, like I said, the Rays are out. The Tigers have long been out. And then the Rangers looked all right there for a little bit, but they're 10 games out now. Like they're pretty much toast. I know it's not an insurmountable. Like we saw the Mariners give up a 10-game lead in what felt like a week and a half, right? It's like 10 games in what 15 games is what it felt like. Anyway, so 10-game lead can evaporate. I just don't think it's going to because there's a lot of teams that, again, would have to tumble if they were to do that. So the Red Sox are your bottom line in the American League wild card.